Oh yeah, you lucky people. Let's get on Gameware. Welcome back to the next part of Wizardry 8. Last time, obviously, I fought them crabs and stuff, got into a fight with another group of crabs, rested, rebuffed. So we're good to go. I know some of these caves go places and other ones don't. We're going to explore them all. Time is on. So, you know, hopefully, if not within 40 minutes, then over the next couple of parts. But, let's start with this cave since it's the closest. I'm going to jump straight into it, no hanging around, because I've got, randomly, since the last part, which I filmed about half an hour ago, I've just been invited to a, not a wedding, what's the other one? Stag do. Oh, these are the black slimes. Yeah. Seen you guys in a while. I met one out in, the swamp. Emits a blinding cloud. Well, that's our main worry here, isn't it?
What could that be?
It's a potion, but shut up. Alright. Sorry, TV, I didn't mean to tell you shut up. I just wanted to pick a fight with them before they picked a fight with me. Because they're neutral at the minute, but you can guarantee they won't be. There's only very few enemies in the game that'll let you walk past them and stay neutral. The Ratbacks, for example, they'll stay neutral. They might threaten you, but they won't attack you. Until you piss them off. Yeah, I want to pick a... I'm trying to pick a fight with them, but they're getting further bloody away. I want to get oh, it's now or never, because they're about to join the other fight. So, I didn't look at the resistances. Should have really. They're oozers, so we'll assume water. Yeah. Oozers, slimes. What's the difference? What's blind? It's an alchemy move, isn't it? So, Soul Shield's not really going to help with it. I'm going to throw it on just in case. I think blind's alchemy. Every move I got that causes blinds in the alchemy somewhere, I believe. So, oh no, you've got fire. Let's use fire.
It shall be so.
Wasn't quick enough. Should always do TB in the ranger first, because I always forget, and then they always run out of time and use their move. Not run out of time, but they always use their move and have to wait till next turn. Obviously, ideally, I'm trying to avoid the blind and splash. Ideally. Don't know, what do you use on these? Well, whatever I use, I should stop taking an hour to choose and use it. Right, we're going to use a heal, because he's going to do a bit of damage in the first round. That's irritating, but it could be worse. Not old fire animation. Yeah, nuclear blast. Basically, if you can see it, it'll hit them. I was worried about the range in the last bit because I forgot that the arrow appears above the head if you can target them.
Right then.
Shouldn't matter if you're blinded when you use nuclear blast, really, but I imagine it will. I love missile shield. If you early in the game and you're trying to work out what chunks of flesh at me, and you wonder what buffs to take, missile shield is really useful. It just stops so much damage. Pretty much anything that's a projectile that's not directly obviously a spell, missile shield's got a chance, and obviously it's not a case of higher the rank, it just increases the duration. It's got a chance of not negating, but because it doesn't remove the missile shield or anything, but basically blocking all damage from projectiles, which is obviously extremely useful. Per projectile, not, you know, it's not like all projectiles will now not hurt you. It's per shot, but like that, deflected by missile shield. Hits leg but no penetration. Which is good because they hurt when they hit. I would close the gap, but I want him to cast that first.
That's a relief.
Right. Shouldn't keep using nuclear blast because it does a lot of damage. Takes a lot of mana up. But it's also extremely powerful. It would hit everything on the screen basically for a significant amount of damage. Well, TV, do you want to use Dulcimer to cover that damage?
It shall be so. My inner balance.
I'm gonna walk closer anyway, but
Right. Much better.
I can't see!
we'll just fireball. I should deal with anything that's left after this round of attacks. I know you're blind, but technically speaking, heal and all shouldn't be affected by blindness.
Very well.
I know TB's going to do that as well. Oh, sorry, that was over anyway. Oh, book.
And prosper with the will of destiny. What a relief!
Book of Blessing. It's one of the only moves you can learn with one rank and skill, that is. Bless. Right,
Yeah. Listening.
Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. Heal Bishop. And top up Clump, or Glump, or whatever his bloody name is. In all fairness, I could probably drop him off and go get Vi again at this point, and obviously it'd be nice to have her, because what I haven't got in my party, she's not leveling up. But that would mean tracking all over the world and stuff. Shut up, Glump. There's enough to complain. Alright, so we went in there, and we're coming out there. Was there a turn in there? Or was that another one of them dodgy, you can only get it to it from a different route turns? I suppose I should backtrack and have a look. Alright, let's backtrack and have a look. Whee. Just make sure I don't overshoot it. Let's find out where exactly we've got to go. Alright, forward, and then keep an eye out for turning on the left. So if there is one, it'll be here somewhere. Well, there wasn't one then. Or if there was, it's not there. It's a different
My
route.
illness is extinguished.
1 second. Just got to make sure I don't miss anything, because I don't want to have to track back for him in a minute. No, we look good. Alright. Let's run down here. I like the Tom and Jerry might be a bit of a Warner Brothers style of running, like when you stop sprinting you still slide a little bit. I like that. Even though on sand, well, right, fair enough, on sand that might happen, but you know, it happens on every surface. So
A simple task.
Firestorm, because you know, boring.
Right then.
Use the same debuffs every game. It's because they're the only ones I got. If I had them all, I'd use them all.
Okay.
You could argue that, you know, you don't really need them. These enemies will be dead before they are efficient. But I don't know that until they're dead. So sometimes you go 2 or 3 rounds and just don't land a bloody punch. Yeah, we went Soul Shield last time just in case, and it worked out quite well for us. So we're going to do it this time as well.
It shall be so. All is darkness since traveled in vacuum.
See, I'd understand blind making it more difficult for you to play an instrument. I say that, of course, if you can play an instrument in real life, let's say guitar. Say you play guitar or piano, or, you know, whatever. Fair enough, that's probably the only instrument you can play well. Although, once you know how to play one, it's not that the others are easier, but, you know, with a general understanding of music and the notes and stuff, it's a lot easier to tell when someone's on and off chord and so forth and so forth. But my knowledge of instruments goes, you know, piano. I played keyboard and piano, that's about it. And a C on guitar, which I know is not the best note to learn with, which is probably why I give up. But yeah, the point being is, if you know how to play, say, guitar, you could do that with your eyes closed. Once you know how to do it, you can, you know, you don't need to be able to see it. I will allow the fact that TB being blind messed up his casting playing because he's a master. He's like Bill Bailey, he can play every bloody instrument. So it's understandable that he can't necessarily play them all with his eyes closed.
Right then.
Understandable, not forgivable. But I'll live. So once again, I'm finding problems with a game that's so old now that there's, you know, unless there's a modder watching this who's like, I'll fix all of them problems for you, that's never going to get fixed. So, and in all fairness, that's not really an issue, like I just said. So, Well, you're starting to really hurt, so let's whip rocks. Because I couldn't get the bells and... Oh, I did get the bells and drums off. Alright. We're going to throw out 2 heals. Because they're blind, so we'll have to hope one of them lands. And then we're going to close the gap. Why haven't you got on your acid bomb? Alright, and we'll drop an acid bomb as well. I just used acid bomb, didn't I? Did I miss, or...? I'm pretty sure they ain't got acid bomb on them. That's fire and, oh no, it is acid bomb. That's because I got confused by the symbol. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, because unfortunately it doesn't stop counting down even though the combat's paused. Right, Toxic Cloud was the one I meant to use. Well, I've sort of half surrounded myself now, but I'm also much closer to the enemies, so... And now I'm no longer surrounded. Yeah, you will take your turn. Yeah. Poor Bishop, she might die here. Well, Missile Shield just saved her life like 3 times. Damn it. I was just unlucky, Bishop. That's all that was. You just happened to get targeted more than anyone else in the party. Huh, good shot. Resurrect Bishop before the fight's over. Ideally we want some experience for her. I know resurrecting her will bring her back on like 1 health, which is not necessarily a great idea.
Taken care of.
But we have a plan, If you'll resurrect her before she uses Guardian Shield, Angel anyway. Oh, I can't sell it until she's alive, so. A lot of noise going on outside my window. Mind you, saying that storm that's been going on for like 3 days has finally stopped, so.
Like the cat with many lives, I return to again drink of the elixir of life.
We've got an elixir of life, we should be using that.
Gotcha.
There's been entire films looking for that. It's also known as the Holy Grail. We should totally have that. And the Fountain of Youth, they're all the same thing. Well, depending on how you look at the story, they're all the same thing. You could argue the Holy Grail is, you know, Jesus' cup and all the subject of a Monty Python film. You know, a lot of things. But essentially it gives you immortality or makes you young, depending on the version you read. The immortality one sounds cool, but if we know from what we can read from history books, there was a man called Jesus that was crucified 2015, well not 2015 years ago, he was born 2015 years ago, he was crucified. Oh, I can't remember the exact dates now, I can't remember how old Jesus was supposed to be. We have evidence to state their facts anyway, so the cup probably doesn't grant immortality, or if it did, he never used it. Or, and I hate to throw this out there, perhaps he wasn't actually the son of God and wasn't a magical person. That's possible. I would explore the beach. Oh, look at that, look. The moon is not reflecting off the ocean. No, it's under the ocean. That's some sort of incredible physics, that is. That or the world ends there and I can see the moon, because, you know, the world's apparently a square shape. But yeah, it feels... It just makes you... No, it's not some sort of really cool reflection, it's just generally the moon is in the ocean. And here I always thought I was playing Wizardry 8, not bloody... Oh, Majora's Mask. My brain went dead then, I was like, Twilight Princess, Link to the Past. It's one of them. Obviously if you're a fan of the Zelda game, you've probably played all of them. But Link to the Past is obviously the best one. Doesn't matter what your opinion is, it's fact. It's fact because it was like the only SNES game I had that was completable, you know, for like a 4-year-old to play. Was completable and, you know, wasn't ridiculously difficult. Mind you, I had like Tales in Time and stuff as well, so Tales in Time, was that NES? Well, I had both, so I possibly could have had both the games. I know, what spoiled child I was, wasn't I? No one buys my games consoles nowadays, I have to buy them. Which is why I play on PC.
More beasts.
Well, they might have walked past, but I ain't taking the risk and letting them get super close, so. Firestorm. Start with debuffs, obviously.
Right then.
Battle drums. Toxic Cloud.
Okay.
Bless. Because
Gotcha.
why not? You don't have any debuffs yet, do you? Which is weird, really. You'd think you would. Well, you do. You have insanity and stuff, but it's not what I mean. No. Not really. You have things that may cause a debuff, but nothing that's guaranteed. So weapon box for you, because we're still leveling that up. Well, we're leveling alchemy up, so. Should let you do one spell, so I suppose weapon box just so we can do something.
It shall be so.
And then leave you. One spell for him and the Valkyrie and stuff, for, you know, training purposes. I know that long ass animation though. I like watching animation. Like I said before, the videos sets the cap at 30 FPS because, you know, the game is only recorded on like 14 or something, so you don't really need it at 30, but we will. It's the same as original Xbox games. They were like 14 to 20 odd frame rates, generally speaking. Obviously car games and gun games were slightly higher than that because they have to be to make them playable, but generally speaking they were only like about 15-20 FPS. So recording them anymore, and YouTube generally only shows 30 anyway, although there's been updates recently that might be inaccurate now. It might show 60 and 120, or you know what shows as 120. If you've got a system powerful enough to run any game at 120, congrats. I can run this game at 120, but without any recording software or anything on. As soon as I start recording, it drops to about 35. But that's because, as we know, this system's dying on me. It's alright. Provided I don't waste any of my money and do any luxury purchases and stuff like that. Essentially, I'm going to live on noodles and stuff for a few months as well to make it faster. But I will be able to more or less build an entire PC in the space of the next 3 to 4 months, depending on what I get. Because obviously there's peripherals that aren't essential, but I would like nonetheless. Do love that, because I definitely don't need a new mouse and keyboard. This keyboard, as loud as it is fine. And this mouse, as old as it is now, still got separate DPI settings and stuff, so it's good enough. Some games you can't play at full sensitivity. This game, for example, because it took some upscaling and stuff to get it to the right resolution. This game, for example, to begin with, the mouse was ultra sensitive, and moving like a centimetre would do that on the screen, which is no good to me when I need to pinpoint click things. This is fairly simple. The Cure Crabs join us. Was that one of them? Yeah. Alright, so I didn't realise they'd joined, so we're not going to debuff again yet, because it's a waste of a spell for just 2 enemies. So we're going to Whip and Rocks again. Whip and Rocks again. Whip and Rocks again. And now we've just got this Cure Crab and the other one who's around there. So, yeah, here he is. Apparently I used haste again, I meant to use heal. But yeah, sure. That or I hadn't used haste yet. I can't remember. Oh, well, whatever. It's on there now. I know I keep tangenting, that's not a real word. I keep digressing, I'll be halfway through explaining something or saying something and then lose track in the combat. That's because something happens, like, for example, then there was 2 Cure Crabs in the fight, all of a sudden I hadn't realised they joined the fight. That confused me. For a minute I thought they were walking around as like, a big group of crabs with 2 slightly harder crabs in it to throw you off. Which is something that caused you to wipe in this game. You're like, oh that's right, I take 6 rock crabs, and then turns out 5 of them are Cure Crabs, and the one you clicked on is a rock crab. Is probably going to end badly. Although I am stronger than I would have been because of that training. I got 2 levels and plenty of skill point. I was aiming for skill points, so the 2 level ups I got were bonus. That's it, you all just use your weapons. I've got to get down, use some of your ammo up anyway to get rid of your encumberness. Your encumberness? Yeah. Alright, so my brain apparently is doing other things, but it doesn't mean I can't play the game. Well, the part of my brain that attaches to words is still doing other things. See? I rest my case. Yeah, we will. I just want to not really have half stamina when I run around there, so let's just be safe. And everyone looks like they're on full health, but I just double check. Yeah, we're good. Alright, missing chart in Tech Secrets again? No. Doesn't last long at all. Stuff on the corner.
This would be a beautiful.
More rock crabs. I didn't just walk past the cave. I'll check in a second. Running out of spells. I really want to use water because it has like no effect on them. Alright, so Noxious Fumes then it is.
Right then.
So in all fairness, now I am aware a lot of the time I use too much of my mana. I'll over spam expensive moves when I could have just killed them with a melee attack. Yeah, I'll assume they'll be in range. I don't want to use Ribbon Box yet because I want them to definitely be in range. In fact, I'm going to do something really irritating now and change that to, well, Ribbon Box now, but I'm going to change it to Noxious Fumes because that's an alchemy move.
Very well.
Another fine
Congrats.
performance by yours truly.
Insta kills are always helpful. Not so much so when they do it when they're on like 10 health and they go, yeah, insta kill. You go, great. Couldn't have done that on Nessie or something like that. Not Nessie, because we didn't have no trouble with Nessie. Mess Nessie up. I'm still pretty sure that was mainly due to my luck. Unless the fight always goes like that, and I just remember it being much more difficult when I was younger. Did you actually cast Noxious Fumes then, or...? Apparently. I know it's really weak, so... But it's got that animation usually spot. Did you just get an insta kill as well? Didn't even know you had the chance to. But yeah, cool, cool.
It shall be so.
Just try and level something up with him. There's no point in healing with you, because, why? There's definitely enemies in range for you. Why are you not supposed to use polearm? Well, your weapons set them one way around, were they? It may have been. In here you can choose, obviously, that sets your spear as your primary and your bow as the second one, but if I switch them around, the bow then becomes the primary and the spear is the second one. But I thought she was set like that, apparently not though, because she hasn't used her spear in ages. I don't know how long I haven't been using that for, and it's a lot of damage, so...
Right then.
Oops. I suppose oops is about the best I can do there. Just oops.
Very well.
I bet typically, as I'm uploading these parts, before this part goes up, I'll get a message off Klaus saying, dude, she's not using her spear. Because that's what tends to happen. I'll play, obviously because I've been a few parts ahead because of the processing process. Processing process, that's a sentence. Due to the processing and stuff, you know, YouTube taking its time to sort videos out for me. I can't really blame YouTube. Like we said before, it's a free service. If I was paying for it, then I'd be complaining, but if I was paying for it, these videos probably wouldn't be getting made. Not until I at least had a better computer and stuff. Because then I could, you know, spend a few hours on this, a few hours on something else, get a couple of videos up a day, and then don't feel like I'm wasting my time so much. I've completed thousands of games in my life, and a lot of my days, you know, if I've got nothing else to do that day, I will get up at early afternoon or morning, depending on what time I went to bed, and then just play games until either early in the morning again or the night, and then repeat, which is obviously a very wasteful use of your life. If you're watching this and thinking, well, that's what I do, congrats, you're living a good life. But life is short and it does seem a waste, which is why these videos exist. Unfortunately, obviously, to get an hour of this online, it takes an hour to record it. Longer than that if I'm doing, you know, patchy things, and I'll edit out bits where I'm just running across areas we know too well and stuff like that, and nothing interesting happens or whatever. Not if it's a quick trip, but if it's like 10 minutes of me running around in the wilderness outside Arnica, we don't need that in the video, sort of thing. Whereas these beaches and stuff, obviously we haven't done these yet, so they get to stay in. Good coffee. It's gone a bit cold, but good coffee nonetheless. I would set up attacks, but I just want you guys to use some of the ammo. That's my main thought there. Because we've got loads of normal arrows equipped, and they don't do a lot of damage, but we want to get rid of them, so could sell them for like 8 gold or something, but it's probably better just to use them and save my good ammo for later. That's what I need it for. I save my good ammo, I haven't really got any. Unfortunately, even though I bought loads, and I mean literally I bought like 400 bullet stones and then a couple of hundred spare and a couple of hundred musket shots and few hundred hours in that when I was training. Unfortunately, I did forget to do that until, you know, about halfway through my training. But done it at the beginning, then I wouldn't have run out halfway through. But I spent loads of the training not actually doing anything with half the characters. Like the monk, who's run out of bullets, and because I haven't given him any, he's not doing anything, just standing there. See, I'm glad I re-equipped her spear, because she's actually using it. That's my own fault for not paying bloody attention. I better check that in a second, just make sure everyone's got their melee weapons as their primaries. You can lock it when you're in that menu by clicking that, and then it won't switch out. So at the minute he's got his ranged weapon equipped because, you know, the enemy's at range. If the enemy moves closer, it'll switch back to his hands. Unfortunately, Valkyrie wasn't doing that for some reason. Alright, there you go, he's unconscious, just beat the crap out of him. See, that's why you should make sure Arthas is in range. Because he's bloody awesome, same as the samurai. But they do about the same amount of damage, and I haven't got no weapons equipped. Mind you, saying that, I suppose you don't really need a dexterity skill and stuff because, you know, reasons. If you're not dual wielding weapons, you don't need the ability to hit with them. If you can't hit someone with your bare hands without dexterity, you've got a problem. Did I miss a turning? I don't think that was a turning. I think it just looks like one. Well, this looks like the right cave anyway. So let's just double check quickly. That's the one I already went in, isn't it? I can't be sure. Alright, we're going to check. I don't want to miss anything. Cue the million comments going, dude, you missed loads of stuff. Yeah, because I'm guaranteed I've run past plenty of items and stuff to get here. Alright, so it does look like I explored this area because these things are already unmapped. But yeah, yep. It's always safe to check because I may have missed a turn or whatever and ended up backtracking. It's easy enough to do.
Ready.
Oh, it's not the tech secrets. Bloody hell. It's Chameleon. Makes a change, doesn't it? So used to just casting the tech secrets. But yeah, Chameleon gives everyone a stealth bonus. Could check the stats, but I think it's about 60. Maybe a bit higher than that. Proceed to the Bayesian Shallow. Huh? I was already in the Bayesian Shallows. Okay, okay. How do I get to them bits there? I assume this is where I came out. Yeah, this is where I came out. Alright, one of them caves has a ramp or path I missed to get me to the top part, to the upper level, or the lower level, depending on how it's set up, but you know. We'll see how long's left on the timer. 11 minutes, right. So we're going to pause the timer, or stop the timer, and then we're going to jump back to when I work out where the hell it is I've got to go, because no one wants to watch me run around these caves for the next 20 minutes. I'll see you all there. Right. Yeah. So after running around like an idiot for like 10 minutes trying to find the way in there, I remember there's... It's not even through the tunnel, there's a path going up the top, like right near the corner where I camped last time. The waterfall's just around there. And before the middle tunnel where you first come in. But after the second tunnel that had the treasure in it. If you turned left rather than right when you came out of the Bayesian Shallows. Rather than trying to give you GPS directions, it'd just be much easier if I opened the bloody map. Right, so we are there. Not sure how I missed that, but I'll probably just run past it, but we're there. So we go up here. I haven't set the timer back up because it's only supposed to be 10 minutes. So it's probably going to overshoot a bit because ideally I wanted to just finish this area, but it's probably not going to happen. In fact, it's definitely not going to happen in 10 minutes because I remember there being a big old room back there and Martin's got lots to say and stuff. So, at least I think Martin's got lots to say. He might be dead. Can't remember. I don't think he's dead. I seem to remember talking to him. It's been a while though. Alright, so we're gonna yeah, we're gonna level it up and wrap it up here. So give you... You don't really need any of them, do you? We'll give you a speed, why not? And dex. I don't remember if Dex helps with armour, but since it helps with dual wield and technically having a shield equipped is dual wielding to a sense. It's not dual weapons, but it is technically dual wielding. You're wielding something with both hands. We went modern weapon last time, so we'll shield this time. Not like I care about his levels, but it's nice to pretend he's a real person. I mean, it's nice to pretend he's important to the team. Obviously. Bishop can now be... Well, she can be any of the spellcasters now, except the alchemist. You need to be an alchemist. You need 60 dex to become an alchemist. Yeah. What's Sonic Blaster? I thought I already had that. It's for a group, so you know, group ones you can cast through walls and stuff, but one you can target the group, causing them damage and possibly leaving them insane. Well, that's not bad. A damaging move that can cause insanity as well is, you know, welcome. Even if it's not super strong, it's still useful, especially for a group. Although I would prefer obviously a move that hits everyone. We get Firestorm, so or Blizzard. Although we don't really use Blizzard that much. It's useful for enemies that are, you know, not strong against water, but it's been a bloody long time since we've seen one of them. Banish is obviously awesome. Could come in really useful in all fairness. Although there is a book of Banish. One that I know you pick up in the game anyway. Insta Death would be okay, it's still not great. We are going to go Sonic Blast, I reckon. I could save the point, because, you know, Firestorm and Effort is quite useful as well. We're going to go Sonic Blast. We're gonna go bip bip. There's 100 a cap on these, is it? I think it is actually, yeah. Some skills can go above 100, but I think that's only with item effects and buffs, not actually leveling them up. I say I think, it pretty much is that. Alright, we're gonna go range combat this time. Get you throwing a sling next time if we've still got in the same point problem. Alright, save the game. Should probably camp. Camp, hope we don't get in a massive fight. Come on, mage. Last bit of mana, please. There we go, mage is done. He literally takes the full 8 hours. Alright, mage. Take secrets, an x-ray. I know this isn't the best way to use the last 10 minutes of the video, but because I could do this off camera technically. But he's getting plenty of skill points, so apparently me recording it is benefiting him in some way. If I believe that, it makes it true. Don't question it. That's how most of the world's run, on beliefs of things that could possibly be true, so that's already on. I know, you can't say anything's definitely not true, because astrophysics, you know, science is about your best form of solid evidence. And that tells you that it's just as likely for a beautiful, you know, my ideal partner just to magically appear on the end of my bed and start talking to me as it is, it's just as likely that will happen as it is that I'll go for a week after finishing this part. Which is weird, but that's what science states, so obviously we know through process and routine I'm much more likely to go for a piss than I am have a beautiful woman appear on the end of the bed. But until I actually put in the axe to make one of them things happen, it's just as likely. Chaos theory and all that. Is it chaos theory? Quantum physics. That's one of them. I'm not a scientist, but that's something that I read once. Anyway, yeah, that's a completely pointless tangent. Right, I'll see you all next time, and hopefully I'm more focused and don't start rambling about science. Alright, see you soon.